Hello everyone, my name is Lynn. I'm an author and a book cover designer, and today we're talking about why it sucks to be an author on YouTube. So this video has been long in the back of my brain, and I've been contemplating, hey, should I make this type of video? Is it going to be helpful for the community? Is it going to be annoying for the community? And I was like, well, the thoughts are in my head, so I'm going to do it. So first of all, I will preface this by saying I adore this AuthorTube community. I think it's wonderful because we're able to meet other authors and talk to people and make friends and find a support system and all that jazz. However, like any community, things are not perfect. So yeah, so let's just bring up the biggest issue of when it comes to being an author or just a writer on general on YouTube. So the first fact is the fact that I am here on YouTube and I am trying to teach you guys something, whether that be marketing, publishing, or writing. Now the thing with that is that writing is very subjective. So with that said, if I teach you about writing and then you go ahead and read some of my books, you guys will judge me more harshly because I am teaching about writing. You guys have an assumption that if I'm teaching a subject, I should be a pro at that subject. Now, I get that, but I also get the fact that I am human and writing is also subjective. So just because you think my writing sucks doesn't mean my writing actually sucks. What I'm trying to say is that one of the hardest parts about being an author here on YouTube is that I guess people set I guess what I'm trying to say is that being an author on YouTube, people put you, I don't know if they set their bar higher or whatever, but if someone just discovered, say, Essence on a bookshelf at the bookstore and they read it and they were like, oh, that sucks, ugh, they'd like get over it. But because I'm on YouTube, for whatever reason, if someone reads my books or anyone's books here on YouTube, they feel inclined to let us know we suck. Now, I'm not saying my books suck, because I have an opinion, and like I said, again, subjective. I think my books are good. Maybe even amazing. I don't know. That's getting a little cocky at that point. But what I'm saying is that everyone has different opinions, and writing also, there's so many different ways to write a book that just because I'm teaching it doesn't mean I'm an expert in it, and I don't claim to be an expert. That's why you guys might have noticed in the past like few months / years, I haven't really been doing a ton of writing videos because I am now hyper aware of the fact that I am not a professional. So I am getting better with each book I write, and I think that goes for every author, regardless whether or not they're on YouTube or anything. The only way to get better at writing is to keep writing. Now, I can study the craft and I can teach the craft, because let me tell you, when it comes to writing, it's a lot easier to study it, to learn it, and teach it than to actually do it. Like, to actually take all the information and all the things you can study about writing and then implementing that, it takes a lot of time and patience. And I don't claim to be perfect, and I don't think anyone here claims to be perfect. There are New York Times bestselling authors whose books are full of cliches, and you're thinking, how the heck did it get this far, and things like that. Because again, writing is subjective. I personally enjoy the occasional cliche and things like that. So I think just because we are writers on YouTube doesn't mean that our books are mainstream, doesn't mean that you're gonna like them. So like I have two different audiences, I like to think now, because I have the young adult audience, which is Essence and I Am Mercy, and then I have the adult audience, which is She's Not Here. Because She's Not Here, it deals with more adult things. So with that said, if someone's a fan of fantasy and they read She's Not Here, they probably won't like it. And another thing that really just genuinely sucks about being a YouTuber and an author at the same time is that people, especially on Goodreads, because Goodreads is just notorious for this, people will leave bad reviews of a book regardless of whether or not they've paid for the book, read the book, or any of that. If they just don't like the person, they will leave a bad review, and I think that's really unfortunate. I personally have a hard time with leaving bad reviews on books in general, because I see it as just because I didn't like the book doesn't mean someone else may not like it, so why should I give it like a 1 or 2 star rating? I see 3-star ratings as like good, by the way. For me, 3-star ratings is like the book was good, it just didn't wow me, and I'm okay with like 3-star book ratings. But I find something very, I don't know, hateful about 1 or 2-star book ratings. I don't know, that's just me. Maybe it's because I'm an author. I feel super sensitive to book reviews because of that. But yeah, I'm just having a little discussion video now. So what you're probably thinking right now is, hey Mandy, if you hate it so much, why are you on YouTube? Well, because it's not all of that. I will admit, stuff like that bothers me occasionally, and you know, as a YouTuber, as your platform grows, as you grow, as the community grows, you know, the more people you have in a community, the more different opinions you will get, and the more people tend to disagree. It's just bound to happen. Now, with that said, I am still here on YouTube because I do genuinely enjoy making these videos. I enjoy connecting with you guys as an audience and as people who support me in my books, and it's also how I've made a ton of friends. So it feels wrong to go back on that, even if there are the occasional rough patches, but I do enjoy my time here on YouTube, and I would recommend it to other authors. And it does force you to grow thick skin, but I think when you're an author, you need to have that thick skin because you're going to get bad reviews no matter where you go. If your book doesn't have bad reviews yet, it probably means you haven't reached a very wide audience yet, because haters show up when you've reached a wide audience. When you first publish a book and it's just you and your family that know about it, you're going to get all 5-star reviews. That's great. However, once you start having strangers read your book, you're going to get a few 1-star reviews and things like that. What I want you guys to do, if you need a little pep talk, is I want you to take your favorite book, like your all-time favorite book. I want you to go on Amazon or to go on Goodreads and then read the 1-star reviews for that book. And you'll be like personally insulted because this is your favorite book. But the whole point of that is so you can see that every book has bad reviews, and it's just bound to happen, and it's natural, and just because your book has a bad review doesn't mean it sucks. So with that said, having haters means that you've reached a bigger audience, so bring it on. Those will be my famous last words. If you have anything else to add, leave it in the comments, but remember to be nice. We are here as a community, not as the haters. And be sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe. Thank you for watching.